Of a trend of declining growth. And why was this growth declining? This growth was declining because of the rising NPA, the non-performing assets in the banking sector. When this government came into office, that figure was about 4 lakh crores. It rose to 10.5 lakh crore by the middle of 2017. And because under the previous governor, Mr. Rajan, they had instituted new mechanisms to identify stressed and non-performing assets, and these continuously continue to grow up, which is why the banking sector stopped giving credit to the industry. In fact, in some cases like the medium and small scale industry, their credit actually shrank. It was a negative growth in some years, and then even to the large industry, the growth of credit came down to a measly 1% and 2.5% in some quarter, even negative. This has been the instance of historically the highest deleveraging of commercial credit to the industry in India's economic history. Never had been seen such a continuous and persistent year upon year deleveraging of credit. Now, this is the cause for the slowdown of growth. And this is what has been compensated by this government by the ramping up of the public capital expenditure. Now, this is a completely false narrative, and I'm afraid leading people like Mr. Chidambaram and our former Prime Minister have added to this. Because if you look at the growth rate statistics, you will find that in the post-demonetization period, the growth rate came down not because of the demonetization, because there was a declining trend for the last 6 quarters. Starting in something like the last quarter of 2015-16, when the growth rate was as high as 9.2%. Every successive quarter, the growth rate has been coming down. So this was just simply a continuation of a trend, and not because of a shock given to it by the demonetization, as has been claimed. And I think there is no evidence to show, and nobody has brought forth the evidence to show that there has been a direct link between the demonetization and the slowdown in the growth rate. It was, I to repeat, it was a continuation of a trend